Hey guys, welcome back on this November afternoon. Very nice out. And I have this Overseeder. It's a Classen TS-20 Overseeder. It has a Honda GX160 engine on it. And today I'm going to do some basic maintenance on it, oil change. And I'm going to reverse the slicing blades. These are very worn down, so they're actually reversible. So this side that's all worn used to look like this side. You can actually see that there's still a kind of a blade on this edge. So I'm going to reverse all of those, and that should get this thing up and running for the fall. We should be able to plant some grass with it. I already had it started up and it ran for about 10 minutes, so it's already pretty warm. I'm going to start it up and turn the gas shutoff valve off and let it run out of gas, and then we'll get to changing the oil. No good way to change this oil, so I'm going to just use this container and try not to make too big of a mess. You know, I'm going to tilt it up slightly. Oh, let's try that. Here we are. Mess, here we come. That's pretty thick. Something else of note is that the low oil pressure sensor was disconnected when I got this thing. So I bought this thing from Home Depot used, pretty cheap, and the low oil sensor was disconnected. Still runs. The oil itself was low. I added some. The sensor didn't go off. Could be a bad sensor. We will fill it up to the proper level with oil and see if it still cuts out. If it does, it's probably a bad sensor. Pull the air filter off. The pre-filter is dusty. It's not too bad. The filter itself is a little bit dirty, but again, not too terrible. I don't think I am going to mess with it right now. I'll replace it next season. That's all that was in it. That was all the oil. Can't believe that. So this little Honda engine has been abused pretty good, and this is after I added a little bit more, so it basically almost had no oil in it when I got it. We'll see how this engine does. We'll see if it stands up to the abuse and see if it will continue to run. I know that Briggs & Stratton and especially Tecumseh engines, they're very resilient to abuse like that. I don't know about Honda engines. We will find out. One other problem with this thing that I noticed is that the lever for the seed setting is missing a pin, a cotter pin or bolt or something like that. So I have this set of cotter pins. I think the smallest one here is probably gonna work. Let's see. Ah, perfect. Yep. Good. I'm gonna go through like this. Like that. And give me a pin. Like that. Good. Now that's not gonna fall out anymore. Alright. Done 3, and I only have 21 left to go. And this one has obviously hit something. That is bent. And what do you think my chances are of straightening that out? 0. I'm not even going to try. I could put heat on it, but it's the last one, and it's close to the bearing in there, and I don't really want to toast the bearing, so I think I'm going to leave well enough alone. So let me give you an idea of how much these are worn. So this is one that I flipped, and this is one that I haven't. Let's line up the bolt holes. So there, it's worn away almost an inch. That's a lot. This thing has gotten a lot of use. All done. That was quite a workout. That is probably the most tedious thing I've ever done. Let's put some oil in this. Alright, oil is all in. Let's give her a start. I was having trouble getting it started, so I drained the fuel, and it doesn't really look that good, so I'm going to try new fuel, flush it with a little bit of fresh fuel, and see what that does for us. That could be a problem, right? The spark plug gap is bridged with carbon. It's pretty nasty, so I am going to clean up the spark plug and re-gap it, and then I'll be back. Cleaned it up. I took a wire brush to it and knocked off the heavy carbon, and then I took some emery cloth and cleaned up the contact, the electrode in there, and then I gapped it. The spec for this thing is like 028 to 031, so I just went for 030, and it's pretty close. It's just a little bit tight, which is just perfect. Yeah, just tight fit through. So perfect. So let's go put this back on and see what it does. rings or worn valve guides. After about 5 minutes, the spark plug gets fouled again and the engine stops. Maybe I could put in a thicker oil, like a 15W50 or something like that, or mix it with gear oil. I probably could get it to run, but I think this engine is on its last legs. I think I'm going to be looking for a new engine. Obviously, whatever's wrong, 5W30 is getting past it. My guess is rings or valve guide, probably top end actually. Top end, it was starved for oil. Top end usually goes bad first. I do not have any of these cylinder heads. Buying a Honda cylinder head would probably be more expensive than getting a new engine. And I don't even know if it's top end. Could be the bottom end. Could be rings, you know, stuck ring. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this one, and probably the next time you see this, I'll be swapping an engine, if all goes according to plan. Otherwise, it's in very nice condition, you know. Everything is good. You know, we swapped the blades down there. That's all good. Anyway, if you like these videos, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you on the next one.